Welcome back. This is nothing short of remarkable to me. Since I came home from California a few weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I guess, we've been getting nothing but incessant rain and wind and rain. It's just, in fact, even right now, it looks like it's kind of threatening. The clouds just haven't let up really. We've got some blue sky up there right now, and the sun is shining. Without firing a shot, I've got a little bit of shimmering mirage, which that's typical of this time of year. We've got a lot of sun out there and everything, but the heat coming up from the ground. But it's a great day. Whatever breeze there is tends to be blowing in toward me, so I think we should be all right. Thanks to my Patreon donors, and I really thank you a lot. I've got 5 boxes of commercial 22-250 ammo that I'm going to be testing. I must say that I attempted to do this test last week, and it was a fruitless endeavor. I got out here, and all of a sudden the wind picked up. I thought maybe I could shoot between the wind. It just wasn't going to be. They were tornadic winds that were swirling around the range here. So and it was gusting to about 25 to 30 miles an hour. It was horrible. So it was a wasted endeavor. But now it's a good day, and I'll show you what I got here. And again, my Patreon donors made this possible because what I've got in these 5 boxes of ammo that I procured basically over a period of the entire fall and winter, it was very difficult to obtain ammo, so I had to pay for individual shipping for each one of these boxes. So that's why I thank my Patreon donors, because I simply wouldn't have been able to. This came to over $300 just for these 5 boxes, including shipping. So I'm going to start out with, this is alphabetical. I'm going to start out with Hornady Superformance Varmint. I hope it does well. I haven't had very good results with Superformance ammo in the different guns that I've tried it in, but maybe this one will like it. Some people report fabulous results, but so far I haven't been one of those people. By the way, I'll tell you how many grains that bullet is. I think it might be a 50 grain, but I don't want to tell tales. Yeah, it's a 50 grain VMAX. It's a Hornady VMAX bullet, 50 grains. And the next one is a 55 grain Hornady VMAX bullet loaded in their Varmint Express. And check that out next. And then we've got, just says Nosler ammunition, ballistic tip. These are a 55 grain ballistic tip, and I've generally had very good luck with their bullets. This is a boat tail bullet, solid base boat tail bullet with ballistic tip. I've had terrific results with their actually shooting their bullets. 55 grain, one thing I must say is the 55 grains can be a little bit, with a boat tail, can be a long bullet. It is a long bullet, and as a result, that can be right on the verge of destabilization unless the velocities are right up there. These velocities are supposed to be about 35, 50, which is a modest velocity for 22-250. It's a very good velocity, it's a good striking velocity. And these Nosler Varmageddons, those will come up next, and that's a 55 grain flat base bullet. Now, flat base bullets, I prefer flat base bullets for accuracy. I've never tried the, yes I have. I've used Varmageddon bullets before in my own hand loads, and I found them to be very, very good. Now, these are also a ballistic tip, but flat base bullets, I like them. For one thing, they don't have stability problems because they're a shorter bullet, and unless you're shooting beyond 400, I spoke about this in a separate video. Unless you're shooting beyond 400 yards, really, boat tails really have no consequence whatsoever. They don't lead to accuracy. As a matter of fact, bench rest shooters traditionally prefer flat base bullets because they're found to be more accurate in any actual bench rest competitions. They're found to be more accurate. Now, when you're getting way beyond 400 yards, then the trajectory and the slight advantage that you have in ballistic coefficient can be advantageous. Now I've got the Remington Premier AccuTip. Now this is a 50 grain boat tail, and or is it a ballistic tip? Does it give a picture of it? No, it's not a boat tail. This is a ballistic tip, polymer tip they call it, and it's got a flat base according to this illustration. So that might be a good bullet. That might be a good bullet. It might be a good load, but we won't know until we give them a run down the target. So we're going to start out first with the Hornady Superformance. But before I do anything, I'm going to start up the drone because I've got it with me, and I'm going to park it down there by the target so you can see the bullets coming in. So let's do that. Okay.
The home point has been updated. Please check it on the map.
All right, I'm waiting for it to pick up an acceptable number of GPS satellites. Well, we just cleared 9, now 10. So that can be a good number. I've had as many as 15 GPS satellites up there. So I think we're going to start that camera up and perform a startup and liftoff.
Take off. The home point has been updated. Please check it on the map.
Okay, let's move downrange. And naturally, I'm going to be doing my testing with this ammo at 100 yards. And there are some trees down there, some vegetation, so I want to make sure I don't get into those. We'll get close as we can. I can edit these too. I can zoom in with my editing software. Let's see if I can get in just a little bit closer. There we go. Down just a bit. It's fussy when you get close to an obstacle. And of course, I don't want to be in the path of firing, so that should be good.
Fly cautiously.
All right. It says manned aircraft nearby. I'm not going to worry about that because I'm only about.
Fly cautiously.
I'm only about 10 feet off the ground, if that. So let us begin. I'll change my glasses and spin my hat around. I guess she's going to keep on telling me what to do here.
Fly cautiously.
So let's see. I'll just have to ignore her. I can't turn off my volume right now. I'm going to load them through the magazine because should have no effect whatsoever on their. I got to get hearing protection on, don't I? If I don't have that, no. I can hear that plane up there. That's why it's saying fly cautiously. So hopefully that will get out of here very soon. And hear them overhead right now, I'm sure. All right. Let us begin. So this is the Hornady Superformance. I'm going to put it right in the, I'm going to be aiming for the first middle target. Okay, let us begin now. I got the bolt down. I'm not going to shoot without the bolt being down. Let's try it again. Okay, let's begin. Middle target. Well, it drove a hole right through the center of the target. Don't know if that means anything, but certainly not bad. That would have been a vaporized woodchuck. I'm going to back that off just a tiny bit so that it doesn't keep beeping. Maybe that's better. Let's try another one. Hornady Superformance. From what I can see with this 14 power scope, that one landed 2 inches to 3 o'clock from the first one. So we've got no wind out there. Gentle breeze blowing more or less toward me, and that's a no value wind if it's blowing toward me or away from me. The recoil is hefty in this for a 22-250. Naturally, it's not hard recoil, but it's not your typical 22-250 recoil. Well, that didn't look too promising. So velocity, you know, some people really get carried away with velocity figures. Accuracy, it's all about accuracy. You know, velocity means nothing if you can't hit the target. You know, I can't make any, like I say, I can't make any judgments about Superformance ammo because I know that I've at least heard people tell me that it's been accurate in their rifles. I don't know what they call accurate, but it hasn't done anything for me in the various guns that I've tried it in. So we're moving along now to the Hornady Varmint Express, and again, these are, I think, these are 50 grain, 55 grain VMAX, and these are a flat base VMAX. Now that, to me, that's my preference, a flat base VMAX. I mean, out to 400 yards, which is that's the bread and butter for this rifle, out to 400 yards. You don't need any. There's no advantage whatsoever at 400 yards, or less to a. You got to get that back a little bit. Just we're yakking a little bit too much. Give that a try. Top left target now. Just checking to make sure my camera's on. This rifle has superb accuracy. I've demonstrated it before. With hand loads, this is down to 1/4 of an inch rifle. This is a very and even mediocre accuracy with hand loads. I've had no trouble whatsoever keeping minute of angle, but less than minute of angle that's the name of the game with this rifle. So we're not testing the rifle here, we're testing the ammo with this rifle. And this happens to be a Model 70 featherweight. Like I say, featherweight barrels, it's a free-floated barrel with a factory glass bedded action. Supremely accurate. I've never had one of these rifles. I got 3 of these, and they all shoot superbly. So let's try that second shot, top left target. That one, by the way, fell just about 10 o'clock from the very center of the bullseye, 1 inch out. But where it shoots, I'm not concerned with. Is how they group. Well, that one tucked right beside the other one. I think it's actually touching it. That's a good sign. I'm not surprised. Flat base bullet, standard velocities. Well, we'll see what it does with the third shot. I can't tell. It's possible that I have 3 shots in 1 hole. That would be pretty nice. I can't see a third shot there. I know the second shot enlarged the first one. I have a feeling that this is a 1/4 inch group. Very nice. Unless I missed the paper out, I don't think it did that. So anyway, we're moving along now to the Nosler ballistic tip. This is a again, this is a boat tail construction, and it's 55 grain ballistic tip. And as I said before, this type of construction for a bullet, 55 grains, makes for a long projectile, and with the slow twist that this rifle has, which is traditional for the 22-250, because a lot of people like to shoot 50 and 55 grain bullets, and traditionally it was always shot with flat base bullets until recent years. So boat tail bullets with a ballistic tip can be quite long, and they can sometimes be right on the verge of instability. But anyway, we're going to see. Get that in there. All right. Top right target. Let's see. I believe that went into the bullseye at well, 5 o'clock. I'm getting a little bit of mirage now with this rifle barrel, because you know, mirage is not just off the barrel. It's coming. It also, because of the heat in the barrel, it's coming out the end of the barrel like a stovepipe. So you have to kind of work through that. Kind of watch and see where the target is originating from when it's jumping around. Try to hold into that average position. Well, that one looks like it's touching the first one too. Let's keep it going. Recoil is very pleasant. Not unpleasant, I should say. Well, that one fell about 1 inch above the other two. Not bad, not bad. It's an MOA load, but it's not. It doesn't appear to be as accurate as the one prior to that. So, but it's still a very accurate load. Nice shooting load. Now we're moving into the nozzle of Armageddon. This one here is a 55 grain flat base. Does it mean flat base or what does it mean? Yeah, it's a flat base tipped bullet. It's got a ballistic tip. Again, I like these flat base bullets. I just do. They're very hard to find. You know, for a handloader, flat-base bullets are very hard to find because the public is so enamored by boat-tail bullets that the factories seem to be just producing a lot of boat-tail bullets. So to get a flat-base bullet, it seems like they're not producing as many. Berger is always producing flat-base bullets for the bench rester. They know about it, and a lot of bench resters prefer those flat-base bullets, so they don't take them out of production. But Berger bullets are very, very expensive. I mean, they can be 40–50% more than a Sierra bullet. So unless you really need to have them for your for competition, you certainly don't need them for varmint hunting. I'm letting this barrel cool down just a little bit. It's not hot, but I'm just letting it try to give this ammo the same advantage that the others had by having a moderately warm barrel without being overheated. So yeah, the mirage has calmed down now. So I'm going to put these into the bottom left target. Well, that one dropped. All the others seem to be in a particular position on the target, more or less to the center of the bullseye. This one here dropped down by about 1.5 inches from the others, 1.5 to 2 inches. But we'll see what it does. This is only the first shot, so. Try to get my sandbag settled down here. Here we go. Yeah, that one there struck close to the bullseye. So we've got a 1 to 1 1/8 inch span there. Not bad, but doesn't seem to be what the others are. And I just caught sight of the drone. It's it's way out of the way, but it's difficult to pick up against that background. But it's hovering about 18 inches above the backstop, well out of the way. It's not an attractive group. I've got 3 shots, 1, 2, 3, spread out at least 1 1/8 inches, I would say. There's no consistency to that load whatsoever, so this rifle doesn't like the Varmageddon. I would say it's not the bullet. I would say that it's It's the load itself. Here we go now with the Remington. That end doesn't want to open up. There we go. This is the Remington AccuTip. And this is a 50 grain. What shape bullet is this? This is a flat base ballistic tip bullet. See how it goes. By the way, these are all commercial ammo. Has quite a jump to the rifling. The way 22-250s are loaded, they tend to be really a long jump. I mean, I'm talking well beyond what a handloader would typically do for himself. You know, typically a handloader would prefer to, just checking my time on my drone here. I think I can get away with my last 3 shots, so I'm going to shut up. Bottom right target. Where'd that one go? I think it's at 12 o'clock in the bullseye. My drone's going to want to come home pretty soon. I don't know where that shot went to. Got a few mosquitoes out here today. I think that's a little unusual, but around here. But oh, my drone is coming home. Let's see. Does it all by itself once it's low on battery. But I'll keep an eye on it, make sure we're okay. We've got a lot of trees in this area here, but it should, if it drops down the same way it went up, should have no problem whatsoever. So you're seeing what I see. It always rotates around to the same direction it was facing when it took off. So looks like we're coming down on target. I think it's coming over just a wee bit. I'm canceling that landing because it was trying to avoid those trees, so it's coming down a little bit to the left of where I would prefer. So we'll kind of manually move it over. There we go.
Landing.
Perfect landing. Well, I'm not going to bother putting the drone down there for just this last shot. You'll have to see it afterwards. So we'll shut that off. And we'll so with the last shot here, I can't see exactly where those 2 shots are. Let's see. Can't really see it. So what we're going to do is I'm going to send the drone down. I'll put a new battery in it and send the drone down and we'll take a look at it together. All right, I'll start her up.
Take off.
I've got plenty of, I got 12 GPS satellites, so let's get her off the ground.
The home point has been updated. Please check it on the map.
And we'll carefully proceed without hitting those trees. I'm going to move it over a little bit. I'm kind of curious about some of those shots. Try to get close enough so I can see the bullet holes along with you. Well, let's see, I'm going to have to put my glasses on. See if I can zoom this in here. No, I can't. We'll have to do a closer inspection later on. It doesn't look like that first group was as good as I thought it was. That third shot ascended to the 12 o'clock position. That's about a 1-inch group. And I've got another 1-inch. It looks like these are all pretty much MOA or slightly more. The Superformance was certainly not a performer at all. So that's it. Swing this around and get it back home. So that's it. The results speak for themselves. I want to again thank my Patreon donors for your fabulous assistance so I can make these purchases. I've got a lot of ammo that I've accumulated over the wintertime for different guns, some handguns too. I've got a new 45 I want to show you, a new 1911, and I think that'll be in the next video coming up. I haven't even shot it yet. So that'll be a new treat for both of us. But anyway, thanks for watching. Benny says hi. He's right now he's probably going to the vet to get a pedicure about this time, I think. And but thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and God bless.